Hello there, Leo. Welcome to my channel. I am the soul teacher and I'm here today to do your first reading on my channel for 2022, and it's called the High Priestess or Intuition. Now, the High Priestess is all about our higher selves that brings us the guidance that we so desperately need. And this is the card that I chose specifically because of the wording. And if you can see there, this is a feminine energy. It's our soul, it's our higher selves, and there's light over there. She's like, you know, she sheds light, she brings light, so she brings the guidance that we need to get to wherever we need to go. And we have 8 of Swords, so that's a jumper, and it seems like from the word go, you are stuck in your mind. Aries had a very similar reading just now. I'm using my brand new deck called the Light Seers Tarot. I absolutely love this deck. So, guys, let's get it out and see what your higher self wants to tell you. Okay. So, first up we have, what is your intuition trying to tell you that you don't see? And we don't see things for various reasons, specifically intuition. We might not see or hear the guidance because we might be caught up in our emotions. We might be too stressed out. We might be caught up in the physical so much, like that 8 of Swords card that jumped out, that we fail to hear the guidance from our higher selves. And what your intuition is trying to show you that you don't see is the King of Pentacles. So it seems to me like there's something that will lead you to great success and happiness. And your intuition is trying to guide you exactly there. And Aries had exactly the same reading. So this is very interesting energy. So next up is, what is it that you see as a negative that the High Priestess sees as a positive? Now, when you see something as a negative and your High Priestess sees it as a positive, there's various reasons for it. So something really bad might have happened to you in your life, and because of that, you're trying to protect yourself from it. So you see this as a positive, but your higher self is telling you, no, this is a negative. And we have Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is the queen of emotion. She is in control over emotions, but she doesn't hold back at all. She gives it everything. And see that perfect flow of light around her. That's her emotional flow. And you have stopped this. So what I feel here is you're holding back on it because you might have been hurt in the past, and now you just don't want to open your heart again. And you see that as a positive thing because, hey, I won't get hurt again. Your higher self is telling you, no, it's not a positive thing. Next up, we have, what is it that you see as a positive that is actually a negative seen as from your higher self's point of view? And we have the Wheel. So the Wheel is all about, the Wheel of Fortune is all about the universe taking the wheel, the universe and karma coming into your life to I don't want to say force things, but things that won't really happen on their own. The universe comes in and brings the necessary energy to get things going. Remember, a wheel moves. A wheel can't stand still. Well, it can, but there's various aspects towards that. But a wheel is round. It keeps on moving. So the universe is here doing specific things in your life to make your life, to keep your life moving, and you don't see this as a positive thing in your life. You see this as a negative, and you might feel overwhelmed. You might feel you have no control over this, and you feel it's a negative thing. And your higher self comes and says, no, this is a positive thing, because we see things as negative when it's actually positive, and vice versa. And the reason for that is either hardships or stress or anything, however it resonates with you. Now the next one is, why do you flip these two? And we have Death and Rebirth. This is the Death card, but in this beautiful deck it's actually called Death, and there's a infinity sign, and then there's Rebirth. This is the Death and Rebirth card. So what I'm feeling here is that you need to go through a death and rebirth, many of them. It's some of them are really, really harsh. Others can be just small, but you still feel them. You might be stuck in the death, in the death cycle, instead of moving through the death cycle into the rebirth. And that's why you flip these around when you're in the darkness, because remember, when you're in death, there's darkness all around you. Something has died. The light has gone out in that specific aspect. And until you move through that and go back into the light, see, inside the hoodie there is the actual light. You don't see things the way that they really are. Imagine, for instance, when you wake up in the middle of the night and you have this chair like in the corner of your bedroom, and you just see the shadow, and immediately you have this fear thing inside of you. Is like, oh my gosh, who is sitting in the chair? And then when you switch on the light, you see it's just a pile of clothes. When you're in darkness, you don't see things the way that they really are, and that's why you flip these two around. Right, so next up is, what lesson does your higher self want you to learn right now? We have the Hierophant, and this is such a perfect portrayal of this card. That wasn't a word, sorry. It's a perfect visualization. This guy is sitting at the bottom of the stairs. The Hierophant is moving up in life into a higher calling, into a higher love, into a higher learning, higher commitment, higher everything. And see the lotus flower there, and the light is at the top of the stairs. This is what your higher self is bringing you. Is your higher self wants you to get out of this death cycle and walk into the light, upwards into the rebirth cycle. That's the lesson that you're supposed to be learning right now. Guidance from the High Priestess. Remember the Eight of Swords that fell out in the beginning? Here it is again. So your reading was opened with the Eight of Swords and it's closed with the Eight of Swords. This is guidance from your High Priestess. You trapped in fear. Get out of fear, Leo. You need to get out of fear, my friend. Fear is the only weapon that the darkness has. And the only thing that can kill fear is unconditional love. Leo, I really hope this helped. If you would like a personal reading, please follow the link in the description box down below to my website. And you can see whatever it is that you need down there. And I hope to see you again soon. Take care.